Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. As we promised, when there are updates to certain laws or procedures and we find out about them, we're going to pass that information on to you. And I want to let you know that there has been a change in the International Megan's Law, a change that directly affects your ability to travel. In our original video on the IML, we said that the State Department does not know that you have a criminal record, and it was on you to inform the State Department so that they could have your passport properly stamped. And we said they would not know unless you told them. Okay, that has now changed. Of course, we're a few years later, so you would expect things to develop. You would expect the situation to develop. And what has happened is we now know for a fact that the State Department is checking people to at least see whether they're on active probation or parole. If not, whether or not they're on a sex offender registry list. What we now know is that we know of a particular case where the State Department called someone's parole officer and asked the parole officer, are you aware that they have applied for a passport? And are there any travel restrictions or are there any court orders stopping them from travel that we need to know about before we issue this passport? So at this time, it appears that the State Department is now doing their own independent background checks on people to find out who's on the list, who's not on the list, who's allowed to travel, who's not allowed to travel, who's on supervision, who is not on supervision. As of right now, and we did check today, there is no question on your passport about whether or not you or a loved one is on the registry. So while it's not on the application, the State Department appears to now be doing its homework where previously it was not doing that. So I thought you would like to know that. It doesn't change the fact that as long as you have a good reason to be in Europe and your sex offense or the reason that you're on the registry is not some horrific crime that just, can't be explained. As long as that's not the situation, you're still not going to have trouble getting into Europe. At this point, everybody who's come over with us in our group, and I don't even know what the count is at the moment, but every single person who's come over with us has gotten their work permits and their residence permit, despite being on the American registry. And we have one gentleman right now, excuse me, and we have one gentleman right now who's still waiting on his permit, but so far so good. So far, so good. The only person we've had rejected so far is someone who lied on the application to get the work permit when we begged him not to lie. So it continues to be my mantra. When you come over here and apply for any kind of visa, tell the truth. The governments over here collectively in the EU are not the same as the American government. The fact that you have a criminal record, the fact that you have maybe made a mistake in life is not going to stop you from living your life. So now you know what we know. Until next time, my friends, stay safe, stay healthy. And if you learn things, especially if we can document them, please pass that information to us so that we can pass it on to everybody else. So you already know. If you're not happy with your situation, do something about it. One of those things is to come over to Europe and try to live your life. Okay? Till next time, my friends. Cheers.